If you're still holding Kaspa and you strongly believe that Kaspa is going to make you life-changing returns in the future, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm looking at the price of Kaspa right now and I'm thinking to myself, man, this is rough. This is absolutely rough, but to be expected. If you guys have been watching my Kaspa videos over the last few weeks, I've talked about the bearish pattern that I saw on the charts and the potential for Kaspa to come back down to 5 cents, where you could accumulate some more Kaspa if you wanted to get more Kaspa. I'm going to pull up the charts and get into a few things in this video. This is a video you don't want to miss, because Kaspa right now, it's getting interesting. It's getting very interesting. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. Make sure you guys do your own research, because I can always be wrong. Before I start talking about Kaspa, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that is interested. And you'll also find a link to my Patreon and Trade Assist, which is a great crypto indicator. Lets you know when's a good time to buy and sell crypto. Everything will be down below in my description. But getting into the video here, I know that some of you probably regret not selling Kaspa, maybe the end of 2024, because all of 2025, Kaspa hasn't looked bullish at all. There were some times where things looked a bit promising. We saw like a nice pump on the day, maybe like 15% or something like that, back-to-back days of like being up like 15%, and then eventually it came crashing all the way back down. So it doesn't look all that appealing to some investors. People only want to see green. If the coin is going up, then this is the greatest coin on planet Earth. But if the coin's going down, then it's the worst coin on planet Earth. So I understand that some investors probably is very frustrated right now and probably wants to sell their Kaspa bags completely. I saw some people talk about selling out of Kaspa completely on X. They want to rotate the money into something else, but you have to be very careful when it comes to rotating your money from one thing to the other. Make sure if you are going to rotate out of a coin, and I'm not saying anyone should rotate out of Kaspa, I'm just saying if you do want to rotate out of something, make sure you're not rotating into something that has already pumped. Because the last thing that you want to do is rotate from something that has already corrected into something that has yet to be corrected. But I'm going to say this, right, before I, pull up the charts and all that types of fun stuff. I want to say I've been in Kaspa for a while now, but I've also been in other projects, other coins, and other stocks. Some of you may or may not invest in stock market, but yeah, I've been investing for a long time, and I made many mistakes. I made mistakes where I saw something coming down and down and down, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I can take this pain anymore. I need to get out of this thing completely, because I just can't take it. I hate seeing my money go down, only to sell and the coin skyrockets. Sometimes it takes such these markets will really test your patience. It'll really test you mentally. You have to be emotionally very stable to get through these tough times in the market, right? And I am holding on to my Kaspa and I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling anything right now. And the reason why I'm not selling anything is look at the overall market. It is not just Kaspa that's coming down. Yes, you see here on the bubbles in the last week, Kaspa is down over 17%, but Kaspa is not the only one. You see this one right here down 17%. You see 12%, 13%, 16% on ICP, like 19% on IMX, like 16% on Quant. Like Kaspa is not the only one. So we should not just be pointing fingers and say, hey, Kaspa is the only thing that's doing bad, because the overall crypto market is doing bad and Kaspa is going alongside with the overall crypto market. Of course, there are some coins out there that's just doing fabulous things, like Arrow over here up 63.9% in the last week. I've made a couple Arrow videos. Hopefully you guys watch them. I strongly believe actually that it's good to be very open-minded in the crypto space. Don't only pay attention to one coin. You need to pay attention to multiple coins, even if you don't have them, because you never know. You might find something that you end up becoming extremely bullish on. This is why people always need to do their research and just have an open mind in this space. Some people like to be extremely closed off, like Bitcoin maxis or XRP maxis or ADA maxis or whatever maxis, right? this is not the way that you need to be investing. And I only say that because I don't want you guys to be missing out on great opportunities in the markets while Kaspa takes its time and eventually make us those life-changing returns. You got to pay attention to other great opportunities in the market. Again, don't be closed-minded. Be very, very open-minded. But let's get into this right here on X, see what a few people are saying. So Kaspa at 7 cents is a gift. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that Kaspa under 10 cents, anything under 10 cents is definitely a great buy. The only thing is, I strongly believe that we're going to see 5 cents again. So I think it's best to look to get Kaspa on support levels, just like every other coin, because this market right now is very, very odd. You know, this isn't like last cycle. Not everything is just going to explode in a matter of seconds, right? So you got to be very patient. So again, while Kaspa is performing the way that it's performing, there's other opportunities in the market that you can make some pretty good returns on. Okay, now, this cubic, I've been hearing a lot of talks about it. Anytime I just type in Kaspa in X, for some reason, people have been talking a lot about this cubic. You know, the cubic community seems to be coming for the Kaspa community. They want people to jump ship and all that types of stuff. I looked into cubic just very briefly. It's nothing that I personally care about right now. If I ever feel like I can make a great swing trade off of it, then I'll throw some money into it again, because I'm open-minded. If it can make me money, I'm going to buy some. Why not? Right? But as of right now, I don't really care for it all that much. And then you see here. So, oh no, not the cubic outperformed Kaspa narrative again. Yeah, for some reason, they just seems to be focused on the Kaspa community. I don't know. Just build your own community. And if the project is strong enough, then people are naturally just going to gravitate to it, because I guarantee that a lot of people are familiar with cubic. It's just they just don't care to buy it, at least not right now. So continue to build, continue to do your thing, and if you get legit enough, then people are just going to start pouring money into your project. All right, but yeah, that's as far as X goes. Let's see here. Check out the price action on Kaspa. So right now, we're sitting below 7 cents. Kaspa sitting at 6.9, so 0.06925. It's pretty flat on the day. The current market, wow, the market cap is back under 2 billion, 1.82 billion. And then you check out the volume. The volume is down 38% in the last 24 hours. That is unbelievable. And obviously Coinbase and Binance still haven't picked up Kaspa, and at this point we don't know when they're going to pick up Kaspa. But if you're bullish, if you've done your research, then it's just a matter of time, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's check out this indicator here. So I already have this pattern drawn in, the bearish head and shoulder pattern. Drew that in quite a while back. You know, I've been talking about for a couple weeks now how Kaspa was in this, you know, it was forming this bearish pattern, and obviously the bearish pattern fully formed and Kaspa came down. Matter of fact, I can't believe that Kaspa came. Oh, this was, when was this? June 18th. So this was just yesterday. Yeah, Kaspa came down 2.063. So I do think that we could come down a little bit more to these April lows. But not only with Kaspa, I think we're going to see a lot of these coins come down to the April lows before Trump said that he was pausing the tariffs for 90 days. And that's when we saw this massive rally, right? When Kaspa went from 5 cents all the way up to 13 cents. But like I've told you guys in many, many videos before, I'm not really worried about the current price action on Kaspa. I'm just going to chill, let Kaspa do its thing. I'm making money elsewhere. If you guys have been watching my videos, you already know where I've been making my money, making those gains, right? So yeah, I'm just going to hold, continue to hold, see what happens, right? Smart contracts coming up, all that sorts of great stuff is coming. Kaspa still building, and I don't care what anyone says about Kaspa. I ignore the noise, and I tell you guys this all the time. If you're going to become a very strong and solid investor, you have to learn how to ignore the noise, conduct your research, and come to your own conclusion. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below, and until next time, take care.